Prop firms, short for proprietary trading firms, provide traders with capital, allowing them to trade without risking their own money, as well as allowing traders with no capital to start trading. Instead of funding an account with personal savings, traders can purchase accounts of various sizes. For example, an account of £10,000 capital might only cost you a couple £100 upfront. The catch? Usually accessing that capital isn't as simple as paying a fee and diving in. Traders must pass a challenge that tests their consistency, risk management, and profitability. These challenges come with strict rules such as maximum drawdown limits and minimum profit targets, which can be brutal for inexperienced traders. Even firms that offer instant funding often impose strict conditions on how traders must operate to qualify for withdrawals. And another thing is that you don't actually control all the money in the account. Most prop firms allow only a 10% drawdown, meaning if losses exceed that threshold, the trader loses access to the account entirely. These restrictions are why prop firms face so much criticism online. Reddit and trading forums are filled with complaints, from people frustrated by uncompleted payouts to those struggling with the seemingly impossible challenge requirements. Despite all of this, prop firms are alright actually. Could this just be my opinion? Probably not, but I'll show you in this video why I think that and how you can take advantage of prop firms to get ahead in trading. First of all, like I mentioned earlier, prop firms allow for people with no capital to start trading. However, if you've got limited experience in trading, then I'm going to be real with you, you have no chance of passing the challenges. But some firms do offer instant funding with no challenges. For example, the one I've been using for years. You can find the link to it in the description. Like all the other firms, you have to follow certain rules to qualify for a payout. For example, using less than 50% margin. A lot of people will skip reading through it and break them, which is why so many people online are complaining about not getting payouts after they just gambled the account, got lucky, and their payout was not completed. Believe me, I've been there myself. But if you do read through it and follow the rules like a Bible, there is nothing stopping you from being able to cash out. I've done it myself many times before. The rules might be annoying, but it still gives ordinary people access to trading accounts with a decent capital on them. People that would have otherwise never gotten started due to the lack of money. The prop firm I've been using allows people to get started for as little as $44, which if you try to deposit that with a broker, you would get absolutely nowhere. But this isn't the reason I think they're alright. I'm going to show you a different perspective on prop firms and how you can use them to your advantage. How about, rather than trying to use prop firms to make money, you use it as a platform to learn how to trade? What do I mean by that? A lot of people start learning to trade by paper trading, which is using a demo account, fake money essentially. Instead of viewing prop firms as just a way to get funded and make money, you can use them as a learning environment to develop real-world trading discipline. Unlike paper trading, where losses carry no emotional weight, prop firms introduce real stakes, helping traders experience psychological pressure similar to managing their own capital. 70% of trading is knowing how to manage your risk accordingly to the size of your account, and how to manage your emotions so that you don't FOMO into trades, and only take trades that your strategy allows you to take. When paper trading, people can look at hundreds of pounds in negative and not be touched by it because, of course, it's not real money. The problem is that teaches you nothing because you don't know how you would react in that situation. Would you let your losses run that far if your strategy allowed you to do so? The answer is most likely no, because you're not disciplined enough yet. Would you stop yourself from opening a trade just because it looks like it will go your way, even though it's not part of your trading strategy? Again, most likely not. Will you forget to set stop losses and take profits? Of course, because there isn't actually any money on the line. Not only that, most people when they start out with paper trading, they don't actually try to learn the basics and find a strategy that works for them. They just go off of intuition and pure luck. They might get a couple big wins and think it's easy, then proceed to blow up their account in a matter of days. Don't believe me? Then buy yourself an account and go at it without a trading strategy or proper risk management. The results won't be good, especially when there's real money on the line. So if you're looking to start trading or to backtest a strategy, prop firms can actually be a good alternative for paper trading. And you can use them to your advantage to teach you the core skills needed to become a profitable trader. You might think to yourself, why would I waste money on an account just so I can learn to trade without the aim of making money? Well, you can deposit even more money with a broker and end up losing it all. And no one said that you can't make money. If you find that you're profitable, then happy days. As long as you follow the terms and conditions, you will be eligible for a payout. And then you can use the money to get started on a proper account if you think you're ready. But if you're just getting started, don't get your hopes up. Trading is a difficult sport and it takes years to become profitable. You're better off finding that out on a funded account rather than your own. As I mentioned before, I have left a link in the description to the broker that I have been using myself for years, which allows you to get started from as low as $44, the lowest I have seen so far. This will be the end of the video. Now it's for you to decide if they're good or not. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd appreciate if you left a like or a sub. And remember, 90% of traders lose 90% of their capital in 90 days. I'll see you in another video.